If you're looking for real mini LED TVs by Samsung in order to take advantage of Black Friday deals, well, these are two excellent choices. The QN85D is from 2024 and the QN85F is a 2025 model. And what do you think is the most important aspect of a real mini LED TV? Well, many users, including me, consider the most important is the performance in dark scenes. They both have 120 dimming zones for these 55 inches sizes. I don't know if there is a version of the QN85F with more dimming zones. I only can say that this version has 120 dimming zones as the QN85D has. Larger sizes of both models will have more dimming zones. The main difference here is that in the QN85D you will notice deeper black colors with nothing of the blooming effect, but the level of detail is not the best. On the other hand, in the QN85F you will notice a much better level of detail but not the best black colors depth, and you may notice some slight blooming effect in some scenes, especially around subtitles. So here you will have to choose what you prefer the most. I personally prefer the performance of the QN85D, but I know many people prefer the better level of detail the QN85F has, despite of noticing some slight blooming effect, although it's not something alarming or super annoying. In terms of brightness, they look pretty similar. The QN85F for some reason shows less brightness in the picture mode, movie and film maker, but in the other picture modes shows more brightness compared to the QN85D. In general terms, HDR experience is outstanding on both TVs. They both have the HDR tone mapping parameter in case you want to improve results even more. And if the content is on SDR, they both have the automatic HDR conversion. This way SDR content looks like if it had HDR features. Speaking about colors, they both have the quantum dot color technology applied to their LCD screens. The color booster option is available on both models, although in the QN85F is called Color Booster Pro. Color saturation capacity on both TVs is impressive in case you need to increase it. Gray uniformity is good on both TVs with not so noticeable dirty screen effect. Image upscaling results are the same. This is supposed to be improved by using artificial intelligence thanks to their processors. But remember what I always say, no current 4K TV will show you 4K results if the content resolution is low. Don't be fooled when sellers promise you the opposite. Viewing angles are not the best. As you can see, colors will lose volume and look slightly washed out, but this is normal because they both have VA panels. Hence, they are not the best options for watching movies or playing video games with relatives or friends sitting around their screens. Motion handling is good on both TVs. You can apply digital improvements automatically or manually in order to reduce blur and jitter. You can modify these settings too in order to avoid soap opera effect. And if you decide to watch a smoother result, the artifacts you may perceive are not annoying. The results are pretty similar between these two models. Speaking about their gaming performance, the most important difference you need to know is the QN85F has 4 HDMI 2.1 ports compatible with 120Hz and also 144Hz in 4K, along with variable refresh rate technologies, while the QN85D is only compatible up to 120Hz in 4K, also with variable refresh rate technologies. This difference might not be such a big deal unless you have a super powerful PC graphics card which allows you to play video games in 4K up to 144 frames per second. Otherwise, if you're using them with current video games consoles, the results will be the same, playing in 4K up to 120 Hz. Results are pretty similar between them in terms of response times and motion handling. I personally didn't notice a ghosting effect, and you won't perceive screen tearing either thanks to the variable refresh rate technologies. Both TVs have these game bars with different design, although the features are the same. But the most important here, of course, are the picture modes they offer, including the auto mode, which is supposed to choose the best picture mode according to the type of video game you're going to play by using artificial intelligence. Main difference is that in the QN85F, you will perceive a slightly more amount of brightness, although the results in the QN85D are more than okay. And when playing video games like this one with a lot of dark scenes, in the QN85D you will perceive of course deeper black colors, while in the QN85F you will perceive a better level of detail with some occasional and a slight blooming effect. About the smart area, they both have the same remote known as One Remote. They can be charged via solar panel or USB Type-C. Main difference is this shortcut: Disney Plus for the QN85D and YouTube for the QN85F. They both have button for microphone, although the voice commands option can be applied too by using this hands-free wake up feature, since the TVs have an internal microphone. Operating system is Tizen for the QN85D and One UI Tizen for the QN85F. Smoothness, fluency or user experience is practically the same, is good in general terms. About the apps store, you need to know apps vary according to each country and you cannot install APK files because this operating system is not based on Android. They both have this menu with the shortcuts and you can modify the position of these icons, which is really useful, but unfortunately you cannot add or remove shortcuts. Multi-view option is possible, also Daily Plus, and also the ambient mode, or known as art. Speaking about their audio systems, in theory the power is the same, but in practice I noticed a slightly more bass in the QN85D, but not for a huge difference. Here is a small test by using the amplified sound mode with the volume at the maximum capacity. And that's it. As a conclusion, if you are not sure yet which one of these models to buy, well, if you want slightly more brightness in some picture modes, including the game mode, if you need a better level of detail in dark scenes, and if you're going to take advantage of the 144 Hz in 4K for gaming, then go for the QN85F. On the other hand, if you think playing with the 120 Hz in 4K is enough, if you consider the amount of brightness of the QN85D is more than okay, and if you prefer the deeper black colors for dark scenes it provides, and if you notice more bass in the sound test as I did, then go for the QN85D. But guys, please let me know in the comment section down below which one of these models you prefer and why. I remind you guys you can support my channel by doing some purchases through the links I put in the description and also in the first comment. Also click the like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching and until next time.